G'day guys and welcome back to Jans_gaming for another Dokkan Battle video. So for today's video we're going to be going through the team building for the EZA for the physical Beerus. Obviously want to smash that one out, grab those 30 stones as quickly and as easily as possible. So this is Beerus here. I just thought a quick look at him. What I wanted to showcase to you guys was that he does have 40% damage reduction with 3 or more key spheres obtained, obviously really easy. And then he also gets an additional 30% before attacking with 7 or more key spheres. So that does give him 70% damage reduction, which is really good against AoEs there. But yeah, also gets the 150% attack and defense after he has received an attack, and is an orb changer when there is a Realm of God's enemy. So in stages like the Zamasu red zone, he's actually going to be really good. The only sad thing with him is that he doesn't get any defense on super, but you can see he does get a fat 200% boost straight off the bat there. So yeah, this guy can definitely put up some really good numbers. If we got like a PHY Beerus or someone that would really pull the links out of this guy other than the Beerus and Whis, he could be really good. So just looking at the EZA here, you can see starting off straight at the bat at the top here, the event is week 2 Power of Wishes. So Power of Wishes is just a category that seems to get buff after buff after buff. Super powerful team. So, and a lot of like orb changes, supports that we can make use of. So that's definitely going to be really good. As we scroll down, we get the damage reduction against int. So definitely don't want to be using int units. We get the SSR, and then we get the damage reduction against AGL as well as int. And I think that is it from there. Yeah. So it is just you don't want to be using AGL or int characters there. Definitely, yeah, you want to stick to superclass as well. So we'll have a quick look at the Power of Wishes category. So as you can see here on global, the 2 leaders there are both the 8th anniversary LRs. The fact that the GT duo have type advantage mean they're obviously going to be your go-to units. As we move down into the available LRs, as I did say, you would want to stick to superclass units, I feel. Just because in terms of a cohesive team, you're going to have to go extreme. You're just going to have to use the full Zamasus, and you look here, you got like Rose, Merge Zamasu, Int, AGL, you've got like the Fuse Zamasu, EZA. I just don't think extremes are worth the team building effort. So, as we did mention, for AGL, you do lose the damage, so I'd probably avoid using someone like the AGL Kai Goku. Spirit Bomb Absorb Goku can be good just because he's going to have the orb changing. So maybe you're putting together a team that doesn't have crazy synergy. The orb changing will help everyone to get their key. Tech Orange Piccolo obviously be a good choice. He'll be able to sit and act as your slot 1 unit, and he can give off that extra key there. Key support is always really powerful. The only thing will be your links won't be crazy. But then you got the Go Bros. Maybe if you don't have one of the Power of Wishes leaders and you run a Goku family style team, that could definitely work. Super Int, as I mentioned, would be avoiding just because of the damage reduction, which is sad because we did just get the Int Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Here's where you'll make your money with these 3 units here. STR Bulma is going to be phenomenal for the stage. With her orb changing support type advantage, she's going to be like one of the first units you put on the team. We've already spoken about the GT duo, they're the leader. We'll definitely be running them on my team. And then we've got the STR Kaioken Goku, so another orb changer, can perform good amounts of damage, and yeah, pretty easy to get him his key too, so probably another really good pick there. Moving into physical, we've got the physical Super Saiyan Trunks, so can perform multiple super attacks, and after his super attacks he's got that damage reduction, so his defense will look really good in an event like this. Physical Z duo, so you can utilize them as your leader if you don't have the GT duo. They'll be able to perform really well too. They can perform a ton of super attacks, they can stack their defense up, and they really do pour in the damage. So definitely not a bad option if you don't have the GT duo, that you can utilize them as your leader. As I mentioned before, AGL, we're skipping out on that there. I guess you could definitely get away with Tech Ultimate Gohan if you need a defensive option. He's not going to be able to perform too well offensively, but slapping him in there with the guard and having his being the category advantage, I doubt he'll take very much damage at all. Tech Super Trunks, Tech Future Super Trunks, whatever you want to call him, he'll perform alright. He can provide the multiple supers. He's got that key support as well, but probably wouldn't be one of my first choices. Int, as I mentioned, we'll be skipping out on. STR Maya could be pretty good with her support. There is no key, which is a little bit sad, but support. I mean, it's really, really handy no matter what. We got the STR Blue Kaioken Goku. Even though you're probably not going to have your Universal Survival Saga allies, and you're not going to have, like a crazy good linking partner for him, I think his ability to perform big damage is always really handy. So I actually think that in an event like this, he's probably a unit that I might use. Otherwise, Ultimate Gohan here, he could be pretty good. Same goes for this STR God Goku. Could probably perform pretty reasonably well as well. This Goku is an orb changer, so you could probably get away with him as one of your last slot units there as well. As we go into physical Goku, good everywhere. You literally can't go wrong utilizing him. He's one of my go-to units in every event. Don't know if I'll use him this time just because I want support, or maybe, I'm not sure, but definitely a viable option there. We got the sub EZA for the physical Turles movie Goku. He's probably a unit that I'll look at running just because he is that Power of Wishes support and does provide the orb changing as well. I think he could be a nice little last slot unit to slap on if you aren't using any other sort of base Goku. So that's sort of the main units in here that you'd want to utilize. I don't think I really skipped over anyone. Like I said, if you're going for extreme, you'd be running something like this Zamasu with this guy. Maybe AGL Golden Frieza for his tanking. Could probably get away with this guy because of his type advantage. And then you definitely want the STR Rose for his support. This Goku Black could give off some support too. He's the World Tournament unit. But other than that, I think you're definitely much better off with the super option. So what we'll do now is we'll switch across to in-game, and I'll showcase to you guys the team that I'm going to be using. So here it is, guys. This will be the team that I'll be running in the EZA off the bat. Who knows, it could change, but I think it probably should juice through the stage pretty convincingly. So have gone with the STR GT Duo as my lead. They're just going to they'll probably solo the stage 90% of it. I feel like they'll just absolutely cook. We've got Bulma in here for orb changing support. She can even pour out some decent damage here as well. As I did mention, have gone with the Kaioken Goku. Will be pretty good to whip him out of the event because he is a really cool unit. Definitely looking forward to that. Got the Tech Piccolo just because he's a unit we can throw in slot 1, and I do like getting that key support off. We've got the Blue Kaioken Goku, as I mentioned, can be a really big damage dealer, and in an EZA where you're not too worried about defense because you've got the category typing, that can work pretty effectively. And then have gone with this Turles movie Goku. So he does, as you can see here, have the orb changing, and he does also give the 30% attack and defense. So I think he's going to be a pretty good addition to the team just for that support and orb changing. So let me know what style of team you are building down below. I don't think this will be the most difficult EZA in the world just because of how many Power of Wishes sort of boosts or buffs we get constantly. So thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to keep up with the content, and hopefully I'll catch you all on the next video.